Some of you feel like your job is insignificant, and some of you feel like your job is not important. The reason why some of you feel your job is insignificant is because of people like me. That there is an inadvertent message that is sent from the pulpits of America in many churches that unless you're doing something overtly Christian, that it really doesn't matter. That there is this need of every Christian to be witnessing and sharing their faith and doing these spiritual-oriented tasks, and that if you don't do those things, that you're really not doing what God wants you to do. Nothing could be further from the truth. We get into this mindset that God is only happy with me when I'm praying, reading my Bible, or serving in the church. And everything else is insignificant. And what we do is we fall into the dichotomy of doing. So there's secular work and there's sacred work. The stuff that I have to do. I have to go make money, Pastor. I can't pray all day. And then there's the stuff that I should be doing. Pastor, I'll do better. I know that Jesus is disappointed with me because I do too much for my job. I'm going to pray more and I'm going to serve more. And unfortunately, we almost expect you people to have dual lives. And I know this firsthand in this culture because before I was a pastor, I used to work for a bank. When I actually decided to make the move from the bank into the church world, I remember that I had to tell my customers that I was leaving. And they were all asking, what are you doing? Where are you going? And I would say, I'm going to work at the church. And they would always say the same thing. Oh, that's very noble of you. How inspiring. That was the mindset, like now I'm getting out of this vile profession and now I'm embracing the call of God. And the worst part is I fell for it. Just fed into my ego and I started to think, that's right, I'm getting away from all this filthy vocational stuff and I'm getting into the spiritual stuff, and God is going to be happy with me because I'm a pastor. Dorothy Sayers, British novelist of the last century, she says the church's approach to an intelligent carpenter is usually confined to exhorting him to not be drunk and disorderly in his leisure hours and to come to church on Sunday. What the church should be telling him is this: the very first demand that your faith makes upon you is that you should make good tables. But before we create this dichotomy, this dualistic attitude about our doing and our spirituality, let us remember that we are Christians not just in this building, but we are Christians when we walk out of the building and we get our hands dirty and we pick up a tool, a piece of chalk, or whatever it is, and we teach and do in this culture that is desperate for people who live and do their work with meaning because they know who they are and whose